Hey Devante, how you doing? This is Aidan Kearney calling from Turtleboy. Just want to talk to you about the woman that you murdered. This story is out of Lowell. This woman's name is Emely Nieves, and she died on May 26th. And according to the death certificate, she died from blunt force trauma to the head. At the time, Emily's living with this douchebag named Devante Degree, and I am going to call him. There's Devante Degree, and he's a real piece of shit. His mother's name is Tina Degree. She was out on bail for beating the shit out of a pregnant woman with a tire iron who, get this, claimed to be pregnant with her own grandchild. Devante knocked this woman up. The woman shows up at the house and is like, yeah, Devante's my baby daddy and he better pay some child support. And she's like, okay, bitch, how about this? Eat some tire iron. So this story gets crazier. So it was originally reported by Tina Degree that she choked on her own vomit that night. She admits that she was the last one to see it. However, these are text messages that we got that were from Emely Nieves to her sister-in-law. This is 12 days before she died. She's like, I need you. I feel so weak. He took all my money. He took my son. He hit me again. He kicked me in my heart in ribs. I can't walk. I'm trying. I'm in pain. He might show up. I'm scared as fuck. I'd rather do me. He left. I don't know where he is. He has my son. He has my car. Quick, I'm scared. Come pick me up here. Like, when you're reading this, it's eerie to know that, like, she died 12 days after this. And he goes, yeah. He hit my head again. My head is fucked up. She threw something at me with the baby in my arms. I was changing his diaper and he pushed me on the floor and hit me and kicked me mad times. Like, literally stomped on me. Keep in mind, she lived with Tina Degree while this was going on. She lived there. So she was witnessing all of this. There's no way she couldn't have known this was happening in her house, right? She goes, I just want to have the baby already. His mom walked in the room too. I'm tired of that. He was so rude to her. She's like, what's going on here? He's like, nothing that concerns you. This is while he's abusing her. And she's like, what's going on here? And she's like, I'm getting tired of this abuse. What's going on? And he says it again, nothing that concerns you. Now go back to bed. She's like, don't tell me what to do. So she comes in, she sees this woman who's clearly abused. And she's like, what's going on here? He's like, yo, nothing, bitch. Mind your business. And she's like, okay, Devante, my son, I love you so much. So she's basically like, she knew what was going on. If a woman dies under mysterious circumstances and the death certificate says blunt force trauma to the head, and there's posts like this right before she died, like, I'm sorry, on Dateline, like, everyone would be like, the fucking guy did it. And like, why hasn't there been a more thorough investigation of this? It's so fucking obvious, isn't it? I would think that this was worth investigating. And for the record, the cops think he did it. This is what else he posts. I wake up to this. If put our business up was what she wants, okay. Yes, I fucked up and did what I did. There right now, that is an admittance of beating her. This is him messaging her. Goes, yeah, I spaz. I fucked up. I know I'm wrong. And then she's like, you beat the shit out of me. And then your mom wants to put shit on him. Rest, ice, and take your time with stuff tonight. I'll bring him tomorrow morning before work. So basically he takes the kid and he's like, yo, after he kicks the shit out of her, he's like, you can have her back when I allow you to. You will see him, Dan. I'm not trying to say you ain't going to see him. I'm just saying rest. I forced it. I fucked up. And now I'm just saying, please rest and ice. He goes, no, I don't. I play it back, and hearing you scream fucks me up. Can you believe that? Hearing you scream fucks me up. Like, he heard her scream, and he's like, but I'm traumatized because, oh yeah, you were screaming because I kicked the shit out of you. In November, the death certificate comes out. And so this whole she choked on her vomit lie is immediately debunked when they saw blunt force trauma to the head. So now that there's proof, Tina Degree needs a new lie.
Emely and my son Devante came back home. It was probably like after 2.
Okay, 2 a.m.
I was tired. I was upstairs with the baby in the bed.
Okay.
Came home. It was after 2. I heard a commotion. I went back downstairs. I told my son to leave because they were arguing, and I wasn't dealing with that nonsense in my house.
So she goes, it was 2 a.m. She hears Brett a commotion downstairs, and she goes down and she's like, get out of my house. So it's got to be bad if she's kicking her own son out of the house, no?
I told my son, I told him I didn't care where he went that night, just leave, because I was done with and tired of dealing with that nonsense. My son left after going back and forth with me saying, you've taken her side, whatever. I was like, I don't really care at this time. Leave. We'll discuss this later. But prior to that, Emely had came upstairs and was saying to me, Miss Tina, you know, people are talking about me saying I have postpartum depression. As Emely was going down the stairs, she fell. My son came upstairs, picked her up. They went downstairs.
So she goes, the girl just falls down the stairs. Don't you hate that? She just falls down the stairs. And the abusive guy is there to pick her up, luckily. And he leaves. And now what?
Emely fell off the bed.
Oh, she fell off the bed.
Projectile vomit everywhere in that room. I'm the one that cleaned up that vomit.
Oh,
I am the one that cleaned
she's
her
a fucking hero.
I was there by myself with the baby, just me, her, and the baby. I couldn't even get the girl up on the bed. So I cleaned up her. I cleaned her face. I cleaned her. I cleaned up everything. And then I cleaned up the room, laid down, didn't go to sleep right away. But then eventually I went to sleep.
Okay.
So then the baby, he started moving, moaning, whatever.
Okay.
So I was like, let me get up, get his bottle ready. So when he fully gets up, I walked down the stairs.
7:30 in the morning.
You walk down the stairs in my house, you see directly into that room.
Okay.
I looked, I'm like, dag, I'm thinking to myself, she didn't even move. Like, she didn't get up. She didn't go into the bed. I went in the room. Her lips were blue.
So keep in mind, the child that she's holding right now will grow up without a mother because her son killed it. And she's got the nerve to hold this fucking baby up. And she was complicit in covering up this goddamn murder. And she's sitting there with the woman's baby. What a fucking injustice this is, dude. She pressed that too about like, I found him. I mean, this is a mother who is clearly covering for her own son because she's letting the world, no. Devante didn't find her body. I found her. I found her body. Now,
and just from this one video, now I'm fucking actually considering, is there a possibility that after you kicked your son out, that you finish the fucking broad off? Now I don't fucking know. This is creepy as fuck.
After finding the dead body, she calls her son.
Devante. And he didn't pick up his phone.
Okay.
I called my spiritual mother and I told her to start praying.
The fuck is a spiritual mother?
Where are the cops on this list?
I don't know. I don't know. We're in the Rolodex. So she called Devante up. No answer.
So far we called the woman beater. We called Miss Cleo. And who's third on the fucking line?
We'll see. Well, let's see who's next.
So I called my other son. I told him I need him at my house.
The other son.
I told him to get to my house right now.
Okay. So then she calls 3 people. She calls Devante. She calls Miss Cleo. She calls the other son, Azim, and she's like, come over here. I'm sure she did call Devante first because she's like, motherfucker, what? She dead. You killed her.
You better
get my house. We got to get our story straight time. If you find a dead body in your house and your immediate instinct is in call 911, you killed that motherfucker.
We got here and then I called 911.
Oh, then I
got receipts for the timeline of calling everybody.
Oh, that's
and I told when my son got here, I was giving her CPR.
Oh.
And so
you're giving a dead body CPR. Great. This is insane. So I text him and I'm like, he goes, call my lawyer, Steve Rappaport. I'll talk to you in person. What's your address? So he goes, you're a pussy. So he called me. So I'm going to call his ass right now.
Please leave your message.
Hey, Devante. How you doing? This is Aidan Kearney calling from Turtleboy. I just want to talk to you about the woman that you murdered, your ex, your baby mama. Emely Nieves. I think it's pretty obvious. I think we can all agree that you definitely killed her. So we want to talk to you about that. I know you referred to me your lawyer because you're kind of a bitch. And, I know you're not going to hit me because I'm a dude and guys hit back. So I'm not a woman. You can't just kick the shit out of me or anything like that. So I just want to talk to you because you're a fucking coward and your Mike Singletary mother. She can defend you all she wants. But she can't protect you from me, dude. So I'm going to be on your ass. Just understand that when you go to jail and those doors close for the final, and you hear that lock for the first time, I want you to remember me. I want you to remember me. You called me a bitch. You called me a pussy. Don't forget who I am and what I do. And you are going to pay for what you did to this fucking girl. Just understand that, Devante, okay? God bless you. Enjoy your last few months of freedom because it's coming to an end soon, my man. Talk to you soon. Bye. So he didn't answer. He didn't answer. God bless you. Good luck. Good luck. Hope it all works out for you.